There, Bent. That's it. I'm done.
Fine. Is everything all right, Doc?
You could say so. For someone with your medical record, everything is fine. Retirement agrees with you.
My retirement was a nightmare.
Was a nightmare? Don't tell me you're working again. If so, I have to advise strongly against it.
Let's just say that my life makes sense again, and I owe that to Faye here.
Ah, I see. And here I thought you were trying to save the world again.
Let's talk later, or we will be late for the presentation.
Right. It's your turn now, Miss Faye. Do you have any illnesses I should know about?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. The decision on whether or not you will be allowed on the rig is based on my expert opinion.
Well, I'll stay here then. I didn't travel 500 years to have myself cut open.
Excuse me, I don't think I understand.
Faye, you can trust the doc. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But no hot coals. And no saws. You hear me?
Promise. Bent, if you would wait outside, please. This might take a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, Bent, just go. I'll catch up with you. I can handle this charlatan by myself.
Faye stares at the doc like he is going to kill her, but he just wants to test her knee reflex. There's the cabinet with the patient records. Mine is in there too. Ah yes, there it is. Ben Svensson, born severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago?
Everything peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Can't I get in without the certificate?
Well, Dr. Svensson, my responsibility is to follow the regulations, not make them.
Damnation. What are our chances of finding an investor?
They are good, I'd say. We've made an impression.
Did you show them around the labs?
No. But we had a fantastic brunch with wild salmon from the Atlantic. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Overfishing of the seas, endangered species. The problem is just that we can't afford to point fingers today. No one wants to do business with narrow-minded greenies.
But we are narrow-minded greenies.
Wrong. We are greenies with wild salmon from the Atlantic. We are people you can talk to.
Barney, we must not sell our ideals.
Don't be naive, Bent. We need the money. Therefore, we have to curry favor with rich and arrogant business people.
Everything in me resists this idea.
That's the difference between you and me. You want to do research, and I do the dirty work that's getting your research financed. And sometimes there is no room for your do-gooder mentality.
Yes, I know. I'll be right back.
Fine, but hurry.
Only people who can produce such a scrap of paper are allowed on the oil rig. The doc already completed it. Only the seal is missing. Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel. Hopeless. The stamp pad is completely dry. My skin is more moist than this thing. Looks like one of the vaults you see in murder mysteries. One of those where they store the corpses. Vicious stuff. I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around? A drastic measure, but time is short. Morbid, but it worked.
Do you have the health certificate?
Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it, stamp as well. All right. Time for your big comeback.
Ha! Oof.
Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes?
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Ben. Sure.
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here. What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please don't hold it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indez.
Emilio Indez is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is. Barney pretends not to be worried, but I know him well enough to see through his act. Still water, much healthier than wine cooler and champagne. A bottle opener. Next to it, a water bottle with a screw cap. Good to know some people think ahead. Pistachios, much better than salmon canapes and caviar. My old telescopic pointer. A violet jacket, charming. Do you like the presentation so far?
Oh yes, it's very nice. I particularly liked the helicopter ride.
I was talking about the cyanobacteria. Does the technology convince you?
There is supposed to be a live presentation after the break. If that is as good as the trip here, your chances are good.
Do you expect a show?
Yes. If you can impress us, you will get our money.
What do you think about the presentation, Mr. Indes? Do you think this blue-green algae is a good investment?
This cabbage? No way. But I could have told you that before.
If you already knew that, why are you here?
I came here to dispose of a nuisance. A nuisance as small as an ant, but as persistent as a thorn in my side, and as presumptuous as a fat Norwegian who sticks his nose into things that are none of his business.
Go on, don't mind me.
What nuisance are you talking about?
I will tell you in private.
The little brats are hungry. Hello, you little, birds. What do you want? And here I thought I was good with kids. Do you like pistachios? There you are. Good. This is the lever for the window.
Mr. Indes, please don't turn around. We are being watched.
These Norwegians. Impossible.
Darn, they stopped talking. It's stuck. The curtain stop is stuck. It really lives up to its name. I only see one way to reach it.
Do you want to climb on that chair?
Yes, why do you ask?
Well, I thought you were a gentleman, a man with distinction, someone I and my husband would have liked to support financially.
Even a gentleman has to climb on chairs from time to time.
Please, let's not argue. I said my mind. You do what you want with that.
Unless I want to scare off our investors, I'd better find another solution. On with it. Ha! That fits perfectly. The Philosopher's Stone, a bottle opener on a pointer.
Are you worried the algae could destroy the energy market?
If a flower power energy everyone could grow on his balcony really existed, then yes, I would be worried. But this cabbage couldn't supply enough energy for a toaster. I'm just worried that these idiots in Oslo might see it differently.
And what do you plan to do about it?
What every good businessman would do. I'm going to buy it. I will put one specimen on my shelf, and I'll dump the rest into the ocean. That's where algae belong, after all. Bon voyage, Dr. Svensson. Arrivederci, Echo Power. And the best thing is, as long as no one else is interested in it, I will get it at a bargain price.
The pig.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the break is over. If you would be so kind to return to your seats. We will commence live presentation of our technology now. As you can see, our assistants provided some algae specimen. Dr. Svensson, if you would.
Of course.
He means me.
Let me do it. I worked on that technology for 30 years. I know how to get the maximum possible result.
Well then, proceed.
The algae needs light, fresh water, and air for successful hydrogenase. It has enough light now. Let's freshen up the algae a bit. It works much better with clear water. There's something heavy on the hose. No wonder the generator isn't working properly. This thing was put here on purpose. The generator gets enough H2 now. Well, the algae has light and fresh water, and the gas can freely flow into the generator.
And the light bulb glows. Bravo. Can you really not see the genius in this performance?
The only thing I see is slime in a fish tank.
Dr. Svensson, since no one else seems interested in it, I would like to buy the slime.
Stop, just a second. I forgot something. The presentation isn't over yet.
Well, I can hardly wait.
This must be that membrane thing Faye told me about. Time travel, okay, but a net that draws energy from a power source and releases it into something else? I don't know. Okay then, I'll put the battery in the net. If this works, I will believe every word Faye said. Oh dear.
What have you done?
I just wanted...
Was that the nitrogenase you were talking about?
Who would have thought that 0.8% can be that explosive? Dr. Svensson, why did you give an endless monologue on wind energy instead of showing us this right from the start?
I don't know. Ask my father. He is the uncrowned expert around here.
And, who of you will receive our money?
This stupid doctor. I don't want to get some rest, and I'm not sick either.
Come, please.
Hello?
You have to leave. Attack! Everyone will die.
Delvin, what are you talking about? What attack?
The
Crap! Something's wrong with the antenna. I thought Augie wanted to install it on the helicopter. Oh no, I hope he didn't break it. I'd better go check on it.